Hey everybody, it's Jeff Height from the Great Heights and Barely Controlled Chaos, and tonight I'm trying to sort out the pennies for the penny experiment, so we're gonna try this again. See, I've got a pretty good stack of pennies here. Someone commented on the old video that you have to have pennies that are older than 1981. So I've got a very small stack of 19s that are somewhere in the early 80s. I think these are all pre-81. These are 80s. These are, I think, high 80s. And then I've got this whole stack to go through. So anyway, it'll be fun to see how that goes. Alright, so what we did was we were told that 1981 coins and newer, or the ones, or older, they were the ones that we needed. So we divided the pile up into 3 different piles here. This is 1981 or older coins, and then we did, these are the rest of the 80s, and then we did a small stack of the 90s. What we're going to do is we're going to do a control on this, and just see if the advice we got was good. So we have, like I said, we have the older than 81s here. We have the 80s, all of the rest of the 80s, because you gotta have the 80s. I mean, hair bands, what the heck?
Sounds like Mark
And 90s.
Disco.
Yes, and then the 90s. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do that in a few minutes. And just to let you know, out of that huge jar, this is what's left that was older than 2000. Or newer than
1995.
1995, because we stopped at 95 in this pile, so 96 and newer. Alright, so we're about ready to start this experiment again. I have with me tonight, I have son number 5, and I have daughter number 1, and that was son number 6. So what we've done, as I explained before, what we've done here is we have a stack of pennies that are from 1981 and older, we have a stack of the 80s, and we have a stack of the 90s. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to add these pennies to the jars, and then we'll go ahead and add the water, and we'll see what happens, okay? So, alright, here comes the moment of truth. We'll see whether or not we actually need to turn the time-lapse on. Again, the video that I saw showed pouring boiling water in it, and it immediately turned colors. So, here we go.
I have a nose! What about you? Guys, back up.
Change of color.
Yeah.
I can see a pink color. Let's do how science works. Fish, you know that.
Well, that's so cool.
You like science just as much as I'm pretty sure you know that's how science works.
Alright. It was not an immediate change of color. Lower this down so you can see. So you can actually see a little bit better.
Son number 6, get off me.
You can see there was no color change. This again is the pre-1980s. This is the 80s and this is the 90s. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the time lapse on and see what happens here. Alright, we're at least 5 minutes now. As you can see, This is the 1980s, or pre-1981. You can see there's the border is still absolutely clear.
There's no change.
Yeah, this is
there's
the...
penny change.
You told the same joke last time.
No, I didn't say pennies.
Okay, so then this one is the 1980s. Again, water's completely clear. And then this is the 90s, and again, water's completely clear. So we're gonna keep going for a little bit longer, but I'm kind of saying. Alright, we're at the 10-minute mark, or just about that, and
Hi, it's me.
he's back again.
Number 5.
And as you can see, once again, this is the pre-80s jar.
Nothing.
This is the 80s jar.
Actually, it's getting a bit foggy.
And this one is the 90s jar. And
Nope,
again,
that's
there's no color
I'm
change
trying to
in
pull out
any
my
of them.
hair.
So we're going to give it a little longer. Go ahead, let it run for a little bit
Yell
longer,
at me.
and then we'll be done. Because I am going to call this myth busted once again. Alright, so we are now at 35 minutes, and as you can see, there's no color change in the water here. Those are the pre-1980 coins right there. No color change in the water here, and those are the 80s, and there's no color change in the water here, which is the 90s. You can see all three of them are identical. I mean, there's just, your
Some of them are a
bathrobe's
bit...
actually changing the color a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, after I get goofball out of the way,
Ow!
you see there's just no color change. So I think we can officially call this one a hoax, a myth, or something along those lines. And I think that we're gonna call it.
Be free.
So if you enjoyed this experiment that we did tonight, and you'd like to see us do more, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Comment within the comments. Maybe I did something wrong here. I mean, it does say hot water. I pulled it right off the stove just before boiling, so maybe it's too hot. I don't know. But what I can tell you right now is that we got no color change at all. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.